Hello, my name is Tiana Sidigan, and I'm joined by a good friend who was born and raised in Los Angeles, California, and can share her perspective on California culture.
Thank you, Tana. My name is Delia Cedo, and I was born in South Central Los Angeles.
Thank you for joining me. Today, I will be discussing the power of music and how it has the ability to capture people's connections and create a feeling of home. So before I start, I want to ask you, do you think music can capture people's identities and culture of places like California?
I love music, and I think of it as art, so I definitely think it captures people's cultures and the culture of popular places like California. I think it's part of what makes art relatable.
I think the same thing. I want to focus on Tupac Shakur's song California Love and discuss the three connections to California culture. The first is the impact of Tupac's lyrics to LA and California culture. The second is the way places shape us and people shape places. And the third are the common stereotypes of California. First, are you familiar with the song California Love and the lyrics?
I've definitely heard the song because it's very popular, but I've never really thought about the lyrics.
Well, the lyrics play a major role in the popularity of the song. Tupac talks about California lifestyles and the adversities people from California experience. His lyric, "Only in Cali where we riot, not rally to live and die," which touches on the chaotic lifestyle many people live, where things are not always as they should be, but we go through them. I think he was sharing that life is not perfect, but we should embrace the fact that that's part of California culture. What do you think?
I find that very interesting. As someone who grew up in LA, gang related issues was always something that we had to be very aware of, especially the B's and C's he mentions. I think this song was so popular not only because it was by Tupac, but also because many people can relate to the culture and hardships he raps about. I think hearing that in a song makes people feel like they're not alone in navigating those aspects of our reality, and it really is California culture to have those experiences. It is something people across California can relate to. Like, I don't think people from another state like Arizona can relate to the lyrics like someone from California.
Many people also love the song because it highlights the unity of different people through his music. Throughout the song, Tupac shouts out major cities like LA, Watts, Compton, South Central, San Diego, Oakland, Sacramento, the Bay, and even Long Beach. He lists cities to promote unity and pride to be from California. He states, "Let's show these fools how we do it over on the west side, 'cause you know it's the best side." This song promotes the idea that no matter where you live in California, we all go through similar struggles, and we should unite asking people to show love to his song. Do you think the song unites people?
I really do think this song unites people and it develops a sense of what California culture could be like for some people. People outside California may not relate to the song to some of the same issues we face because we all see that as normal. It makes me feel empowered and proud to be from California.
Aside from the impact Tupac's lyrics have on California culture, in a broader point of view, his song made me think of a couple articles. The first being Thinking City, published in July 2018, called How Does Place Shape Who We Are by Francesca Perry. The big idea of that article is that our surroundings can shape our feelings, behaviors, and sense of identity, and engaging with the identity of a place, whether physical attributes or social history, can help ground people feel more at home. As you and I have discussed, Tupac aimed to bring people together and and feel connected to California. Did it make you feel more at home or connected with your community in LA?
Yeah, California love always reminds me of how proud I am to be from LA because I know exactly what he's talking about. So it's not just a song, and the lyrics are not just lyrics, but they have meaning that I can connect and relate to. I think if I was not born in LA, even outside of California, I don't think I would be able to relate to the song or feel anything by the song. I really do think my experiences being from LA have shaped who I am and how connected I am to my city.
Interesting. That ties into the second article called Where We Are Shapes Who We Are by Adam Alter from the New York Times in June of 2013. The big idea of that article is more of environmental cues shaping our actions. For example, in the article, there's a broken window theory, which is that people are more likely to commit crimes in neighborhoods with broken windows. Another idea from the article is that people behave more honestly in locations that give them a sense they are being watched. One line from the song California Love, Dr. Dre says, now it's 95 and they clock me and watch me. This song being in 1995 and thinking about how your community is now, do you see this in your life or community?
I actually know of the broken window theory, but I do think it's a larger systemic issue. The lyric alludes to a reality that many people who may be gang affiliated experience, where they have to be aware of where they are and who may be around. Growing up, my mom did all she could to keep us away from gangs, but it was still something that I was aware that existed and knew it was real when I would see the graffiti of certain gangs in my neighborhood. Seeing it definitely shaped how I interacted with my environment, because even at the early age I knew that it was a way of knowing what territory was whose and how to act and dress accordingly to be safe, even if I was no way associated with anything. Even now, years later, it's still very real and common to see places tagged with gang names, and I still am very vigilant around it.
I also see that in Long Beach, even though I'm from Northern California. But lastly, the song also touches on common California stereotypes in his lyrics. Dr. Dre's verse in the song, he mentions, "We in the Sunshine State and money making machines." Tupac mentions California dreaming. Also, Tupac mentions a stereotype of a pimp or gang affiliation, saying, "In LA, we wearing chucks, not valleys, dressed in looks and khaki suits, and ride is what we do." I think those lyrics are all stereotypes of California and Californians who have the upper hand and are money-making machines, because there are a lot of opportunities out here. Whereas growing up like Tupac, moving from city to city, a black American, he doesn't have that upper hand of opportunity. Would you agree?
Yes, although I am not a black man in America, so I do acknowledge that life is very different and I may not relate fully. But as a person of color from the city he raps about, I know people of color don't have the upper hand. Because I grew up in an immigrant family, so money was always an issue. Unlike all those stereotypes that everyone is rich or has money and it's easy to come by, it was not a reality for us. I also have 6 siblings, so a lot of the time new shoes were hand-me-downs from my mom that she got from the swami or yard sales. And like Tupac states, that's just my reality, and that a lot of the people I grew up with, and we're all very proud of it.
I think Tupac really just says how it is, unlike other artists talking about the good life always. But that is all I have for today, so thank you for your time.